scene just before we came on air. This New York crowd fired up by the arrival of their G-men as they burst from the locker room. They're ready to go as the Giants get set to match up with Dak Prescott and the Dallas Cowboys. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
Ready up.
Here's the former number 2 pick, the Pro Bowler Saquon Barkley. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20-point score gives yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
So a solid run by Saquon Barkley, and another 1st and 10 here. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he'll lose yardage here, back at the 47. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
60 out.
On 2nd down, here's Barkley. And very little running room there. He did get a couple up to the 49.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size and these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
And he's going to have another 1st down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys' 30. A lot of people thinking that this could be a good year for Sterling Shepard to step out of the shadows of Odell Beckham Jr. But a season ago, pretty good for Sterling Shepard. 66 receptions, 872 yards, and now hoping for a 1,000-yard campaign in 2019. Good running from Barkley there on 1st down as he'll get forward for about 6 yards. He'll get a nice chunk there on the 1st down run, and it's 2nd and 4. On 2nd down now, Barkley. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a 1st down. A 1st down carry for Barkley. And he will take it all in for a giant touchdown. Saquon Barkley, his 9th touchdown of the season. And the Giants take it right down and score on the opening drive. Aldrich Rosas. It's up, it's good, and the Giants have a 7-0 lead. Now after the touchdown, here's Rosas on to kick it away. This is taken at the 3. And his guys are going to start their drive right at the 20-yard line.
Hey, who is rated PG? Hey, that's that white boy from earlier?
1st and 10 at the 20. Here's the man who's led the league in rushing twice in 3 seasons, Ezekiel Elliott. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It'll wind up being a loss of 2. And it'll be 2nd and 12.
Man, that nigga sound familiar. Fuck. Hey, Savage, who that is, man?
They'll try the sweep with Elliott. And they'll blow that one up back at the 16-yard line. A second down play results in a loss of 2 yards. Plays like we just saw there. That's why they're up right now. The defense, they're doing their job.
Yeah, it starts with the guys up front. So when you talk with GMs who are putting together a team, a lot of them say we're going to build from the inside out because if you control.
I thought they were looking for game advice this
year,
you know what I'm saying? I'm
that's what we're seeing here.
But
They're actually playing in the offense's backfield, not necessarily just playing at the line of scrimmage.
That boy said, send it over, y'all. Hold on, let me
It's a
finish
Dallas
the
first
lead game.
down. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
I just started. I couldn't find the nigga to play, man.
From the pistol, here's Elliott.
Oh, man, that man calling me.
Back to the 33. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on 1st down. Another example right there how this defense really is winning the entire game.
Oh, they got a game?
Yeah, right there at the line of scrimmage.
Hey, they got a game?
It allows their interior guys to get upfield and spill into the backfield. So how you going to combat that? You know, because they bring in your tight end, keep him in. Your running backs, they have to step forward. Bottom line, the offensive line has to block them first to give yourself a chance. I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
On 3rd down, it's Prescott. Looking deep in the direction of Cooper. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
We'll call that a 47-yard punt, a return of just 3. And it'll be Giant football, 1st and 10. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. They'll be looking to duplicate the efforts of drive number 1 that resulted in 7 points in the 7-zip lead.
Well, you know how much I enjoy horse racing, right? Looks like they caught a flyer out of the gate, as they would say when you're running the big-time races. Means they get out to a fast start. They're setting the pace, making the other team chase now.
A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. Now Jones. It's complete to Golden Tate. And they finally get him down, but not before he reaches the 34. A big play there for the Giants. 48 yards. So the big play changes the complexion of things.
They about to point down on that bitch. I'm going to take this flag, Nick. Oh, you're going to be here a minute. Taking straight air with me.
I think you're right about that because there was no hurried movements there, right? No up-tempo at all. Clock just ran out. I think he was as surprised as maybe his bench was.
Now Saquon Barkley. A good comeback there after the penalty. 9 yards, and it's 2nd and 6. Well, we see so many good battles in the NFC East, and Cowboys and Giants, they rarely disappoint. They didn't disappoint last year. Cowboys got the better of the Giants both times. Week 2, 20-13, and then in Week 17, a thriller, 36-35. That was a game where Dak Prescott threw 4 touchdown passes. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
Enough takes a start to have a good drive. Quite like a big loss on a sack, does it?
No, now they're looking at a 3rd and long, and suddenly the momentum shifted to the other side of the football.
And old Mo is a very, very fickle man.
Come on, set.
And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game.
Check 52. Ready?
On the draw, this is Barkley. And he's going to get this to the 31, but that is still well short of what he needed. 9 yards on the carry, but it's going to lead to a 4th down.
Ooh, boy, they about to
2 minutes on the clock, 2nd quarter, 7-0 ball game.
And I'm diving right
Reminder coming up just a few minutes from now.
next.
We'll send you to Jonathan Coachman and our crew in Orlando. Coach will have a look back at some of the stats and scores from yesterday's action. Remember, with Rosas, there was some speculation last year in the preseason that he might not hold on to his job with the Giants.
But he certainly answered the challenge, didn't he? 32 of 33 during the regular season, 97% that is, and was named to the NFC Pro Bowl team. And by the way, at 6'3", 234, he can bench press your kicker.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. Nothing for them yet from an offensive standpoint, down 10-zip as they come up 1st and 10. The first down run for Elliott will net him about 5 yards. It's 2nd down. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down.
Partner, I think from our experience together, we have learned that most offensive coordinators are going to tell you, if I'm going to run the football on 1st down, I've got to get at least 4 yards. They got 5 here. They've got to feel pretty good about that one.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down. On 3rd down, Elliott. Space to maneuver at the 40. It's a gain of 16 and a Dallas 1st down. A tough run by Ezekiel Elliott, the 4th overall pick in the 2016 draft.
If you watch tape of him in college, you saw plenty of those runs, because I know the highlights showed him in the open field breaking away from people, but that's how he wore down defenses, those exact type of runs.
Good. 54. We're going to 54. Right here. 54 is Mike. 54 is Mike. Check. Watch 54. Watch 54. We're going 46. Mike, 46.
Prescott looks to throw on 1st. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Lamb. 17 yards on the play there, and the Cowboys have a 1st down. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Elliott running right. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. Those are the plays this defense needs with the deficit they're facing.
It certainly is, and they've got to continue to swarm the football and hope that someone, while they're holding up the ball carrier, can get in there and rake it and lock it free. They need to get some takeaways as well.
Let's set a tone, fellas. Let's set a tone.
Throwing on 2nd down. Prescott. That is caught right at the 10-yard line. The Cowboys going to use their 2nd timeout now, as they'll stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this first half. 1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game.
54 is Mike. 54 is Mike. Check. Watch 54. Watch 46.
Out of the gun. Here's Prescott. And this is caught for a Cowboy touchdown. Lance Kendricks, his 2nd touchdown on the season, as they are now on the board here in the first half. Zerline good with a PAT, and that'll cut it to 3 at 10-7.
Stretch him out.
So just a 3-point game now as they send this one away.
And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it?
Oh, my goodness.
It just doesn't feel right,
Big
does
Harry
it?
still
Plus,
had
you're
it,
giving up
man.
yardage.
Good starting field position for the New York Giants here as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 43. They'll run with Barkley. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 3. On 2nd down, Barkley. Room here to run. Yeah, he'll be out just a yard or 2 shy of the 30. 19 yards the pickup there. Move the chains. Jones now throwing on first down. He's going to take, and Ingram's got it. Touchdown Giants.
I think that
Evan Ingram in the final seconds of the first half. The Giants are able to add on to their lead. He put quite a bit of air underneath that touchdown pass. Of course, we knew that he had the strong arm.
That part of his college career, but what you want to know about a rookie is when the pressure's on, can you throw with touch? He just did right there, and boy, it was pretty.
Now after the touchdown, here's Rosasson to kick it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. Time here for likely one play, then off to the locker room, and they're going to have some adjustments to make.
They certainly will, and I think a lot of people are thinking to themselves, all right, take the knee, get out of here, regroup. But how will the head coach and his staff approach halftime? Will it be angry? Will it be clinical? Will they be calm? Will they just let it all out? Who knows? I'd love to be a fly on the wall for this one, though.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. And the Cowboys are able to recover. A gutsy call there. You exit the locker room with a lead. Trying to get on some...
And you just wonder what the gain was there. They were already in the lead. They were in control of the game. They may have given momentum now to their opponent and maybe kick-started things going in the opposite direction.
Looking to throw. Prescott is going to fire one deep over the... And this is taken in at the 5. Touchdown, Cowboys. Michael Gallup, his second touchdown on the season, as they are now just an extra point away from making this a 3-point game. Zerline connects on the extra point, and the lead's down to a field goal at 17-14. So just a 3-point game now as they send this one away. This fielded at the 2. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. Now, they have to be pleased with the way that they've moved the football thus far.
And why wouldn't they be? 2 touchdowns on a field goal in their first 3 possessions. They're playing so well right now, the field goal probably feels like a disappointment.
A big run there, 29 yards in the first. That's something we saw over and over again in Barkley's rookie season. He had 91 catches last year, most ever by a rookie running back. Part of a fantastic rookie campaign that saw him go over 2,000 total yards. Past the 20. And he will take it on in for a Giant touchdown. Saquon Barkley, his 10th touchdown of the season, second of the game. The Giants are able to add on to their lead. Rosas now at the PAT. And his guys will take a 10-point lead.
You know?
Now after the touchdown, here's Rosas on to kick it away.
It's all good. And one thing I knew, you fuck around and get me by you go down. You know what I'm saying? Ain't no coming back. Why you don't want to play me there?
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense.
Hey, I got the stream. I just killing me at 4-9. He thought he was
work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit. Maybe pump up the pace. Maybe go 2 minute. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do.
3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him,
not even worried
you and I
about
both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
Sorry, who told you that lie?
On 2nd and 7, Prescott. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on third down. Well,
you gonna turn that bitch to fucking rated R in a little while.
Tonight, another example right there on the deep ball.
Sometimes when the sun goes down and it's just the bright lights in the stadium, it brings a little extra spring in their step, doesn't it? And that's what we're seeing from the defenders. Doesn't matter if it's man or zone, deep ball, short ball. That was a deep one there. They're making plays on the football, contesting everything. Well, they still have time to get him established, but in my estimation, they've got to pick up the urgency here. They've got to get quickly in and out of the huddle and run off a bunch more plays.
That ball on fire.
Well, the offense is not leaving the field. They're going to stay out and go for it on 4th and 3. They're indeed going for it. It's Prescott. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Lamb. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down.
I'm whipping the nigga ass right now.
Give him 18 on that one, and it's a Dallas first down. Prescott now from the 50. They'll set up the screen to Elliott. Only 3 there on the screen at 2nd down.
So many things have to come together just right for a screen pass to break for big yardage. The blocking, the timing of the pass to the runner, everything has to fit together just right. On that play, the defense was able to disrupt things and hold it to a short game.
Hey, play by the rules. Make him check out the quarters. Run it up.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Prescott over the middle, complete. That's Lamb. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Giants' 26. Prescott now 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10. This is Elliott. And they've got it in the red zone now, down at about the 19.
Oh, my.
It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. With that last effort, he topples the 5,000-yard mark for his career.
And that doesn't place you among the absolute greats that have ever played the game, but it's a significant achievement and a very, very solid career.
This will be the 8th play of the drive here. 3rd and 4.
I can't believe they even let you play.
Prescott from the gun. Well, the 2 men come together, and it's incomplete. Excellent work defensively, brings up 4th down.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. So in the end, they had the ball for 10 plays, but the drive gets them 3, not 6.
Is it okay if I give credit to both sides on this one?
Absolutely.
All right, let's start defensively. They hung in there. 10-play drive. But they stiffened when they got close to the goal line, made them kick a field goal. For the offense, 10-play drive. They might be a little disappointed they got a field goal, but they moved the ball down the field with dispatch and came away with points.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. They'll start out on the ground. It's Saquon Barkley. A solid run on 1st down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
He'll get about 3 as he's brought down right around the 42.
60 out more.
They'll try to run for it with Barkley. And he brings this up to the 46. Good enough for the first. They're able to convert with a gain of 4. And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. They'll run on 1st down. Barkley. Oh, what a juke into space. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. It's a giant first down on a gain of 16. Charles, you'd said the magic number was probably right around 20 for this defense because they're facing one of the top 5 offenses in the league in terms of points scored. They've had their moments, but this offense just a little too good, isn't it?
They really are, because no matter what you do to make an adjustment on defense, they've had an answer for it.
And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. 23 yards on the pickup there and a first. All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10. Now a carry for the shifty Dion Lewis. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. No gain on the play there. 2nd down. If nothing else, they've already taken a couple minutes off the clock here already as they come up 2nd down. It's hauled in by Shepard. It's a nice pickup of 12 yards, and it gives him a 1st and goal. Well, probably the only thing he did wrong there was go out of bounds, nursing this 4th quarter lead. You want to stay in, eat the clock. Yeah,
you got to love the effort, the catch, the extra yardage, but you got to know the situation. Stay in bounds, young man.
And Barkley will try to punch it in, and he takes it into the end zone for a giant TD. A 3-yard touchdown run. And the Giants are able to add on to their lead. He keeps carrying the ball into the end zone, and in this one, he's sort of carrying the team on his back.
He's the reason that they lead right now. No question about it. And you talk about on his back, he's not minding the extra weight at all, is he? Carrying that just as lightly as he does the football. Yeah, what a great performance so far.
Those 3 touchdowns, it's got him in the lead. Shifts by him. Broken tackle. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. It's tough to win games if you're going field goal, field goal, field goal here. They got field goal last time. Now they'll be looking for a touchdown.
They're looking for the big chunk now. Because
nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The sack coming from big Dalvin Tomlinson. You think back to last year, Dak Prescott was sacked 56 times, 2nd most in the league behind Deshaun Watson of the Texans. Last year, Dak Prescott had 3 fourth-quarter comebacks, and he's in search of another one right now. Now this one to his running back out of the backfield.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the ball. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
Go along there with
2 for 5 in this one. This is 3rd and 14.
Well, how do you doing?
From the shotgun, it's Prescott. Throwing for his running back, and he's got it complete.
Oh, fuck, I'm trying to tell you.
He'll be brought down at the 28, and that is well short of the first.
So much about this game is just understanding situations and then having to execute, isn't it? Guard the first down sticks. Don't let them get there.
I don't want to tell you the Bible speaks about you. The Bible said beware false prophets. This nigga learning there.
Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line.
That nigga gonna get it. That nigga about to get a double air with it.
4th down. So that changes things a bit. Here's a 1st and 10 all the way down at the 35. Prescott down. And that's Elliott, complete. Touchdown, Cowboys. Ezekiel Elliott with touchdown.
Don't worry, I won't punch him out over there.
As his guys are back within a single score.
I don't give a fuck either. I send in the fucking mad manual and dig a grave right outside that bitch and put him in.
This game back within a touchdown now as the kickoff's away.
Man, look, I don't play ball.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. After the touchdown we just saw, we have a brand new ball game. And now look at the situation. You got plenty of time on the clock. Defensively, they have 3 timeouts. So do you run the football here or do you throw it?
I think you have that full conversation with your offensive unit, and you tell them, here's the situation. They've got all their timeouts, so we are not going to play this conservatively. We've got to attack them. We've got to make them use those, gain the ground that we need in order to put this game away. If you think we're just going to run it 3 times and punt it, you got another thing coming.
Yeah, and by the way, also the 2-minute warning in play, so essentially 4 timeouts.
Well, don't worry, you about to get owned by every nigga in this bitch. I'm going to try and beat him by 4-5 times.
Down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. So it's Giants football here as we welcome you back. They're facing a critical 3rd down now as they try to hold on to this lead.
54, right there, 54 miles.
Throwing Jones. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. And how about this? 4th and long, and they're going to go for it. Now Jones throwing on 4th down. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. So nursing a slim lead, and that is the opposite of protecting that slim lead.
All I can think here is that head coach.
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Ezekiel Elliott, his 2nd touchdown of the night, as they can now tie the game with the extra point here in the final 2 minutes. Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And we are tied here in the 4th quarter. So here comes the kickoff now, all even here in this 4th quarter. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. They've got work to do, but they do still have a bit of time here.
And they've got to feel comfortable with that, but they have all their play sequences called. If they get out of bounds, that allows them to huddle and call another play, but if they don't, it's hurry up to the line of scrimmage and either spike it and stop the clock or continue to move it downfield in order to try and get in range and win this game.
See if they can do just that.
Asking about that screen from yesterday on the
2nd and 13 after the 1st down run goes backwards. Again, it's Barkley. It's a 7-yard
But what happened after that, man? After what, 30 what? 27 what? 7?
As they get it with under a minute to go now in the football game.
It's a part of that. Watch the ship. Watch the ship. Hey, watch the ship. Watch the ship.
On 3rd down, Barkley. And he'll lose yardage here. Going down back at the 28. The Cowboys going to use their 2nd timeout now, as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds left to go in the game. Tie game, 4th quarter, and they're
all right.
Thing
nigga won't put
down.
input. I'm about to show a nigga.
And he won't get
I'm about to show a nigga won't put input in my business. Drop the invite when I finish. I got 47 seconds.
And Dallas, they'll take over in terrific field position. Line of scrimmage, the 31
man,
now on 1st and 10.
Madden, bro.
They'll try the right side with Elliott. And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down.
At this stage, you've got to hustle, got to get back to the line of scrimmage because you're saving that timeout to make sure you have a chance to get your kicker out there for the big shot.
Check. Watch 54. Watch 54. Watch the back. Watch the back. Hey, 47.
Here's Prescott. He finds McCoy. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains.
Man, take the air with him, nigga.
Prescott now.
Take that fucking air with him. You damn right. You damn right.
Prescott to throw. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked up by the Michigan man, Jabril Peppers. And they'll have the football, but deep in their own territory as he's brought down at the 5. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. Tie game, and barring something incredible here, we're likely headed to overtime.
And just a couple of scenarios here to keep in mind. One, if you want to be really aggressive,
Bruh.
you do throw the Hail Mary and see if you can get
Hey, that
something
nigga
downfield.
pushing a
What would you
4-ounce
do?
can.
What I would do is either hand it off inside or more
That nigga-
likely take
that
a knee and let the clock run out. Because if I'm
that
back
nigga
there trying to
pressing a
throw and
4-ounce
sack
can,
happens,
man.
the ball comes free, I can lose the game here. If I get to overtime, I can still win it.
Let's see if they are in line with Charles Davis.
But don't worry. What happened
And
yesterday when I
look at
punched his
this.
ass down?
They're going
You
to
know
try
what
an
I'm saying?
onside kick to begin overtime. And they got it. They recovered it. But hang on now, though. There's a penalty flag down. So they hit the ball before it went 10 yards. I know that's tough, but you got to stay disciplined.
It is difficult because you're so eager to go get the football, some type of a play.
Well, you
but
know
you're
you
exactly
know you
right.
ain't
Have to
nothing
have the
funny
discipline to
around
let it go
there.
10 first.
And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11.
Kill. 27, 26.
Here comes the first throw in OT for Prescott. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Give the sack to Blake Martinez. They'll need a big play here. Will Dak and the Cowboys after the sack? It's 3rd and long. Now Prescott. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. And they went empty backfield, and because of that, nobody was there to pick up the blitz.
And you know that offenses, when they go with the empty backfield, they have different things designed on every play to try to account for things. But what people often forget, defense is audible as well. And a lot of times when they see an empty backfield, they audible right into a blitzing situation.
So a big move here, playing to win in overtime. They're going to go for it on 4th down. Prescott to throw on 4th. He's going to loft one deep left side here. Oh, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 24. Overtime with less than 2 minutes to play, and we are still all tied. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. Their defense did its job, got the stop. All they need is 3, and this is over.
Couldn't have done much else other than score themselves and end it. But they turned it back over to them, and now all they need is a field goal to win the game. An excellent job by the defense. Can the offense finish things off?
Part 1 is done, now part 2. Fighting his way through contact. And they work this well upfield across the 45. Now another timeout called for by the offense. They'll be left with just 1 remaining here at OT. On 1st down, Barkley. And he's got this one across midfield into Cowboy territory. It's a 6-yard pickup, but it gets him to 2nd and 4. They've had some success here in overtime on this opening drive running the football. Right back to that well.
And why not? When you have that kind of success, make them stop you. And until they do, keep going back to that well you just spoke about. I think there's more water there available to him.
And oh, so close as he takes it all the way to the 2-yard line. A huge play there in overtime. 46 yards. After the big play, a chance to finish now on 1st and goal. They'll try and run forward with Barkley. And he pushes forward but comes up short of the goal line as he'll get a yard down to about the 1. 2nd and goal from the 1. Another try for Barkley. And he's into the end zone for the touchdown and the game winner in OT. Partner, a great game that we got to see and making it extra special. Not only did I get 4 quarters with you in this one, I got some overtime, a little whipped cream on top.
Look at you, trying to make this whole thing palatable.
I just want you to pay for my meal later.
You really just wanted 4 quarters what you wanted, but how much fun was that? We had that type of a game where we got us to overtime, and then we get the dramatic ending to finish things off as well. What a game.
Willie.
So for the Giants, the win gets them back over 500 at 5-4 on the year. And they'll get to stay home again next week as the New York Jets come to town. Meanwhile, for Dallas, they drop back to 500 now at 4 up and 4 down. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew here at EA Sports, I'm Brandon Gordon saying so long, everybody.
I know that man, they give you that shit. I know that.
Man, put 50 piece on that ball, man.
Negative. Okay, what you got?
I got a 2-piece for you. That man probably even got no interception.
Why you crazy?
How many interceptions that man got? How many interceptions you got? Zach? You ain't lurking like that. I got Devin White and need that man.
He got 2. He playing outside. Man, you crazy. I ain't seen that man over there.
I just paused down on your kryptonite earlier.
I saw that.
Oh, yeah, I seen it. That nigga like, up the water boy. Boy, that nigga lucky. I gotta see my time. Boy, son. I whipped that nigga at one time, I ain't lying. You know what I'm saying?
It's a matter of time, though.
Hey, I knew that nigga ain't talking. That nigga fucking either woke up from a sound fucking sleep. Man, this son. I had to sit there, I'm full of that gas, thinking about what the fuck. I'm like, what the fuck is going on? Somebody's sleeping. How the fuck you don't know? That's why I thought I was tripping. I thought that was nigga in the past out in this bitch. That nigga knocked the fuck out.
That bitch scared the fuck out of me, boy. I about to die. Well, I thought it was it. It's over. It's all over right now. It looked like it did calm down, though, boy. It was tough left it out, though. Yeah. That fucking lightning hit that bitch.
It rated PG. Don't forget, send the invite to me when you finish.
Oh, you about to leave the party. You don't want no more smoke. I ain't going nowhere, my nigga. I ain't going nowhere. What you talking about? Shut your bum ass up. You want to talk when I tell you to talk, boy. Nigga, fuck you, nigga. Like you somebody, man. You ain't no somebody, boy. Hey, you know, my fucking problem. You trying to catch up, nigga. For what? Catch up for what? I got more wins than you, nigga. That's why. No, you don't. No, the fuck you don't. You got 2 wins, my brother. I got more wins than you, nigga. You got 2 wins. I ain't beat you 6 times already.
I ain't trying to let that nigga win not at one time.
I mean,
Trying to funny as hell, that is funny. Man got about 200 rushes. Nigga got about 200 rushes over one dribble. They only got 14.
It only got 14 points.
come on, man.
He need to turn in his PlayStation.
Forever same player.
He need to turn in his PlayStation.
That man sit up there and run the same fucking play.
He's supposed to be a gamer. No
That man
lightning.
really sit up there and run the same play 4 times in a row.
Yep.
If a nigga can't stop it.
If a nigga can't stop it. Oh, let me find out he got that elementary offense like Shaq.
You know what? Something like what? This is 100.
No, your kicker got a big lead.
What you want?
That ran out that shit not go.
Oh, that man disrespecting nigga, man.
Man, ran out that shit, man.
That boy Henry just a grown man, bro.
Who will be Bobo? That boy get his ass on. He ain't sitting at the pop off. Go sit on Eagles after Sean Wolverine. The score is Stroke. Man, why that man sit on your joystick? Why that man sit on your joystick though?
Oh, you about to play me now. You about to play me now. I don't give a fuck. You can stay on. I'm gonna run that bitch up through the roof. I ain't playing.
You better not let that man with your ass.
Well, you better. All he gotta do is drop the invite.
You're a bum, son. Listen to me. All right, who you want me to send it to?
Man, Marvin.
All right, you got that.
I just sent you a friend request. Accept it.
Bum, son. Hear me and hear me clear.
Man, I just seen what he do. You know what I'm saying? You trash can, man.
Hey, my bad, bro. Man, I ain't want to be on here, man. I'm all team saying 2K.
Hey, true. I want my rematch too, yeah.
I ain't gonna
Take that ass. Take that dove and run.
Some of my players still went up. My players went up.
Guess who's back? Da-na-na-na. Katie's back.
I'll put my mind on that.
Damn, man. Hey, you go if you keep playing niggas in this party, you gonna get a win? Man, no. That would crack you smoking. Well, parry that bitch.
Yeah, come on. I'm just letting y'all fuck her. That's my hole. Leave my hole alone.
That man trying to disrespect me and get Denver.
All you do is fuck her.
Wrong way, man.
I said, who won it? Who won it? Who win it? Who win it? Who won it?
Don't lose, boy. This been going on World Star, boy. It been going viral. Most exclusive ass whipping in 2020. During the corona. While I roll me another Gary's blunt.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to First Energy Stadium here in Cleveland, Ohio. This was the scene a few minutes ago. The dog pound in full roar as their Browns emerge from their tunnel. They're ready to go as they get set to match up with the Kansas City Chiefs. Here's the former Sooner Austin Seibert to get this one started. And off we go from Cleveland. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line.
The Chiefs take over first and 10 at their own 17-yard line.
Yellow. Number 53.
They'll run it for the first time with Williams. 5 yards on the game's first play, second down.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down. A very solid gain on that play.
At the 21-yard line.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5.
You know who it is.
On the ground, this is Williams. And they'll bring him down at the 27-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Yellow. I'm the moving. Watch the screen. Hey, watch it. 57 color.
Now a first down carry. It's Williams. And he'll push his way forward
that
to about the
rebound
32. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down.
All right, Brandon, I know we're in the early going here, but those kind of runs, they're going to open up a world of opportunities for this offense going forward.
Yeah, because I think
On
that's the
second down, Williams. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes.
But that's
folded
if I
like a
wanted
lawn
to
chair.
run. I'm like, what?
They lost 4 there, and it's third down. Throwing is Mahomes on third. Looking downfield for Kelsey. That's caught inside the 20.
Already?
And he will take it on in for a Chiefs touchdown. Travis Kelsey, 72 yards, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Extra point splits the uprights, and that makes the score 7-0.
Let's see what my D gonna do, man.
Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away.
I knew what my offense would do.
That'll be taken in the end zone.
Gonna stop that all game.
And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Mayfield going to lead the Browns up now, 1st and 10 at their own 22.
Kill. Turn up. Kill. Check 24. Shit. Watch the shot.
A first carry now for Nick Chubb. It's a foot race. 20. And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. Nick Chubb, 78 yards. As his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. And those are the highlight reel runs you dream of right there.
When he gets a seam and
Man,
just gets to
while
it,
making
how about the
adjustments, man. Come on,
explosiveness,
play ball.
the burst to get
Go
there to begin
7-7,
with,
yeah.
and then once he's in full gallop, good luck trying to
You
track
think
him
they're
down.
And those
all
plays so
game.
demoralizing for the defense.
Good.
Absolutely, because you've done so much work trying to keep people in front of you.
Probably
When they're
making a
past
little
you and behind you,
adjustment.
that's a tough one to
I got
swallow.
it.
This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line.
Let's go.
The Chiefs take over 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. Last time they were out here, they had the benefit of good field position, led to a touchdown. This time, they're going to have to... And the Browns pressure gets to him that time, and he's going to go down. In for the sack, Myles Garrett. Now, following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. Here's Mahomes to throw. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
No, man, you talking about one play.
He's at the
Look
50,
at this shit. On 3rd and 17.
10. And he will take it on in for a Chiefs touchdown. Tyreek Hill, 88 yards. And the Chiefs have taken the lead. Seeing some pretty good offense here in this first quarter.
It's been a wild start to this quarter, as you noted. And now with that lead that we're seeing, can they retaliate? I get the sense this one's going to go back and forth all game long.
And that probably won't be the last long touchdown that we see in this one. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. The Browns drive about to get started. And they hit the home run last drive. One play on the ground all the way to the house. Now the defense, maybe they're expecting a run here.
Partner, I love your description because when we talk about hitting the home run, we're usually thinking about a passing play, aren't we? Something in the air, deep ball. But how about them just taking it big-time jaunt? Now if you're coming back out, now they've established this run game, the play-action pass could very well be open.
10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. They go with Chubb on 2nd down. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. That one a 1st down pickup of 8.
Well, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral. Also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
On first down, they'll run with Chubb. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. They'll try to throw here. Mayfield. He's got Njoku, his big tight end. So now 1st and 10 in Chiefs territory at the 49-yard line. Mayfield hands it off to Chubb. Through one quarter, 14-7 our score. The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. A run for Nick Chubb. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. On the carry, it's Chubb. And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down.
Hey, Haywood.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Mayfield. He's got the hook up to Odell Beckham. And he'll be brought down on the 30-yard line after a gain of 6. Mayfield looks to throw. Blitz coming, and down he goes. And they weren't in zone coverage. They were in man, and each man did his job.
And that looked like vintage, old-school coverage, didn't it? Man coverage reminded me of an old Raiders team. They had a Hall of Famer at one corner and a Defensive Player of the Year at the other, and they just locked people down.
The offense staying out there. They look prepared to go here on 4th and 10.
Watch the twist, watch the twist. Check, check, check. Watch the twist, watch the twist.
Now Mayfield on 4th down. He's got his tight end, David Njoku. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Big yardage there for the Browns, 18. A first carry now for Kareem Hunt. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down. Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11.
King. Hey, switch gears. Slam.
Back to the ground. This time it's Chubb. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. Nick Chubb with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. As they are an extra point away now from tying this football game. Extra point by Seibert up and good. And we've got a tie game here in a back-and-forth first half. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. Now, right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
A well-executed 22-yard gain. He's been the forgotten man in this first half. Not a guy you want to forget. Not only his first catch, first time they've targeted him.
That doesn't make any sense, does it? Because those are the types of plays that he provides. When he does come alive, when they do look his way, not only is it a big catch, it's a first down.
A reminder coming up here at halftime. We'll ship you off to Orlando. Jonathan Coachman will have first-half highlights and analysis from a back and forth. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The D-tackle Sheldon Richardson came barreling in for the sack. Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on second down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. Play action. Now it's Mahomes. And going deep for Hill. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Denzel Ward.
And, Brandon, this is a real nice job defensively, getting inside the quarterback's head and figuring out, okay, where's he going with the football? Because you can make an educated guess defensively. Not all the time, but sometimes. And when you're right, you've got a decent chance of coming away with the football.
They start on the ground with Nick Chubb. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Yikes, a 4-yard loss really sets him back now for second down. Throwing on 2nd and 14. Mayfield. It's caught by OBJ.
That's it. 180. Check 99. Check 99. Slam. He's crashing. He's checking crash. Check.
On third down, it's Nick Chubb. That'll move the sticks for the Browns, a gain of 12. Well, after an interception, last thing you want to do is go 3 and out, give the ball right back. They avoided that.
Yeah, you definitely do not want to do that. I remember in college I played with a really big-time player on defense. We ended up getting an interception as we passed the offense coming out. He told him, if you don't take care of this football, you have to answer to me later. You definitely want to take care of it, pick up first downs.
36. Point it right.
They run again on first down, Chubb. And he'll take it across the 50 and into Chief territory. Timeouts. As they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number 1. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Mayfield. Trying to get it to Beckham, and it's intercepted. Picked up by the Honey Badger, Tyrann Mathieu. The 20. There he goes, right side. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown.
That was an interception, but on the field, the guys who are picking it off, they're not saying that. What word are they using? It's Oski. That means catch the ball and go the other way.
That's your vernacular. I've never heard anybody say Oski.
Ask around. They'll tell you.
Point after, right down the middle. And the lead is now 21-14. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. First half in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This is taken about 7 yards deep. But he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. The Cleveland offense ready to go. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half 2, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall, I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there, just not playing as well as we...
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Chris Jones able to drop him that time for his second sack of the evening.
Now, that was just absolute perfect man coverage. Nowhere for them to go with the football. Led to a sack. That's really difficult to do in today's NFL with all these gazelles running around that you're trying to cover in the secondary.
Alert, 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 alert. Switch, switch. Jump, 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 jump. Shift, shift. Run, run, run. My God.
A give running right is Chubb. And he goes nowhere. He'll lose yardage back at the 17. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a third down.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result. Negative yardage.
Go.
Third and long for Mayfield. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Bashaud Breeland. And they will finally run him down, but not until he brings us all the way back down inside the 10-yard line. They had him back deep, got the interception, and now they start inside the 10.
Partner forgets starting inside the red zone. They're inside the green zone. From the 10-yard line in, a lot of teams call it that because that's the money zone. Get it into the end zone and make your cash.
Suddenly it's first and goal after the interception. A quick change in the situation here. And he takes this into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. Tyreek Hill, his second touchdown of the night. And the Chiefs use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. Extra point right down the middle. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. They'll bring it back to just about the 25, call it the 24-yard line. The Browns drive about to get started. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. I had one tell me once, when we're having a tough patch, this too shall pass, this too shall pass. And if we kept having a rough patch, he said, but you got to do something to make it pass. And that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here. They'll run for it. Here's Chubb. And he's going to be stopped short of a first down as they'll get to him at about the 33. Just a 1-yard gain on the play, and that'll mean a call to the punt team as it's 4th down. They'll run for it. Chubb. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. A big roll of the dice on 4th and 1, but it pays off. They convert.
Back. Switch. Kill.
Now Chubb running right. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. That'll wind up going for a loss of 4. And it'll bring up a 2nd and 14. To throw, Mayfield. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Chris Jones bringing the pressure yet again. That's his 3rd sack here tonight.
Hey, alert!
Mayfield down. And this is going to be incomplete.
Let's face it, if you want to get back into the game, these are the kind of throws you got to hit. He's wide open right there. Got to be able to get it to him, don't you think?
And those are the throws that haven't been available to them every time he's dropped a pass. Yeah, that's a big miss. This is taken at the 15. Great blocking on the return. It springs him for 25. And it's Chiefs football, 1st and 10. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
A gain of 3, 2nd down. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
From the 44, Mahomes, and going deep for Hill. A fight for the football, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Denzel Ward. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Well, NFL quarterbacks have learned the hard way. You're not going to get rich throwing against this guy. He's definitely too good. And this is now his 2nd interception of the ball game. And if I'm running the offense, I've got to tell my guys, you've got to go work on the other corner.
They begin this drive with Chubb. Well, that gives them a little room, but not much. A gain of 2 to the 5. And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. And again, it's Chubb. And a short gain here as he gets it up only to about the 6. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 3rd down. On 3rd down, Mayfield. This will be caught by Brown. And he'll be brought down shy of the 1st down marker at the 11. Just a 5-yard pickup, and it leads to 4th down. Fourth down, Mayfield. He gets it to Brown, complete. And he will have the 1st down as he's up to his 17-yard line. The time to pull out the stops is now, and they convert there on 4th down. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this 2nd half. Here's 1st and 10. Now Chubb. And he's taken down. It's a gain of 3 from the 17 to the 20. They run it again with Chubb. And he goes nowhere. He'll lose yardage back at the 17. The Browns on 3rd down. They've had their troubles. Just 1 for 6. This is 3rd and 10. Mayfield to throw it. And this is intercepted. And that should do it. It's the Honey Badger, Tyrann Mathieu. And he will not get all the way home, but he will take this back down to about the 2-yard line. And that pick just sets him up beautifully right down near the goal line.
I remember being in a defensive meeting back when I was in college, and our defensive coordinator says, we're going to call this be who you are defense. D-linemen, you play the run. Linebackers, be aware of anything. And secondary, you play the pass.
This is caught by Hill for a Chiefs touchdown. 2 yards on the touchdown there. And the Chiefs use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. Extra point splits the uprights, and the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. The Cleveland offense ready to go. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. On 2nd and 10. Mayfield. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked up by Reggie Ragland. And they'll start with great field position at the 41-yard line.
Well, this defensive pressure has been constant all game long. The pass rush, the coverage, they've all been excellent, and now they'll tack on an interception here as this one continues to slip just further and further out of hand.
Yellow. Check. Crunch. 15. 43.
So after the INT, here's Mahomes. And going deep for Hill. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on 1st down, but he couldn't reel it in. 4th quarter, you've got the big lead. If you're coaching, Charles, you still taking shots like that downfield?
I'd be a little more concerned with running some clock and making sure you're taking care of the lead because you keep flinging it around, you throw a couple of picks, you can put yourself in jeopardy.
Here now is 2nd and 10, again from the 41. Mahomes now to throw. He'll let this go for the end zone. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. His favorite target, Travis Kelce, the intended receiver. And that takes us from 2nd to 3rd down.
Oh, they got that thing on. Can't release certain players.
Working from the gun, Mahomes. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up.
They went with the dime look that time on defense, just flooded the field with defensive backs, blanketed everyone, took away all the passing angles, thus the incompletion.
And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on 4th.
He's going.
And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. Andy Reid went for it, but it won't pan out. And this Browns defense stands tall. They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10 at their own 42. Chubb. And he'll take it across the 50 and into Chief territory. 9 yards on the run there, and it will take us to the 2-minute warning. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. They run. Chubb. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that'll lead here to a 3rd down. Mayfield now from the 50. And that will be incomplete. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense is well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting on the pressure, the backside being ball hawks and picking passes off.
Mike's by four. Pistol. Situation. Let's go. Regular.
Mayfield to throw for it on fourth. Past the 20. He finds Beckham complete. And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. Odell Beckham, 50 yards. And the first fumble defensively leads to 6 points for the Browns. Oh, and he pulled it right. It's no good. So 2 scores down. Time definitely not an ally, but here comes the onside kick. And they got it. They recovered it. They hang on now, though. There's a penalty flag down. So they touched it before it went 10, and that's obviously not going to help their comeback bid here in the fourth.
No, not at all. And they're trying to get something going after one there. But you've got to give yourself a chance. Let it go 10 before you touch it.
Let's go, defense. Our time. It's our time. 15.
Interesting. Mahomes wants to throw it. He's going to let this go for the end zone. This is caught by Hill for a Chiefs touchdown. Tyreek Hill, 49 yards. And the Chiefs are able to extend their lead. They were still throwing with a comfortable lead here late, and now that lead even more comfortable.
And your first thought is there bad blood that went into this one ahead of time, that maybe they're seeking some revenge or they just don't like them? But the other thing that always hits me is, are they worried about playoff positioning? Right? Are they worried about, do you need enough points in case there's a tiebreaker that comes into play later?
And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. The Browns drive about to get started. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride.
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, "Who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time." But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them. On the ground, it's Chubb. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts, as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game. First down, Mayfield. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. The Pro Bowler Odell Beckham, the intended receiver. And that'll bring up second down. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down.
He's not 22 in. At 22 in play.
Handoff comes to Chubb.
42-20, and I gave up in the touchdown because I wanted my dog.
A gain of 3, and they'll be looking at a 3rd and 7 coming up.
41-20, 42-20. Damn, that's some identical story.
Hey, Steve 6.
One last shot from Mayfield here. He'll get that complete to the tight end, Harris.
Because you knew it.
And a nice job there defensively. They get him to the ground short of the first, right around the 42. A big offensive explosion leading them to victory, and the defensive guys
get that 20. I let you score because I wanted my ball back.
Keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their
Man,
job that much easier.
like I
when
said,
they're
I
scoring
let you
that many
score.
points, allows them to play with a
All
totally
right.
different
Well,
style
I
and a
sure ain't
different
let you
flow.
win this game. I take that swag. You know what I'm saying? And I stream.
So that'll do it for my partner, Charles Davis,
And
and the
I
best
stream
darn
that
crew
thing,
in the
man.
industry. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. With that, we say good night from Cleveland.
Yeah. Go find you some skills and come back, my brother. All right. Yeah, they don't sell them at Walmart, man. Huh? Hold on. He about to sit in there. Oh, boy, about to. All right. I'm about to fuck over him. Hold on. He about to.
You like putting that little man in that water, huh?
Man, just send the invite. That's who. Send the invite. That's all you gotta do. Don't ask who. You gonna be saying boo hoo in a little while.
You tell them my goddamn kids, huh? You tell them my kids, huh?
Man, I'm sending it. Fuck that. I ain't got time to wait for him. Hey, he about to get beat. You know what I'm saying? They already know how it go. Pass the stick. Hot potato, nigga. What's down? He a cheesy little bit, but guess what? I could be a cheesy little bit too. The only thing is, I don't see this nigga name the invite. Where the fuck is? Oh, you could do it. Boy, let me tell you, the team I'm gonna go get, I promise you, he ain't gonna escape shit. Now, where the fuck he at?
Hey, where Bo? Huh? Where Bo at? You running to the fucking mouth?
Hey, send the invite. The nigga that just whipped your ass. I just swagged you up garbage. All right. All right. Well, when? Hey, send the invite because I don't see your name. Mad Marvin, that's the one you just sent it to. Man, they didn't whip your ass.
Put that bum on the stick, nigga. Nigga, you the only bum I know around here. I told you that. I ain't punch you down. I gotta punch you down too.
But you ain't pointing me down.
I want you to always remember you out. You hear me?
Well, pass that bit because we sure about to train something. I still don't see this nigga name. Hey, nigga, send the invite. I don't see your fucking name, bro.
I'm looking for your name now, nigga. I don't see your name.
Mad Marvin, nigga. You sent it the first time. What you talking about?
No, I sent it to the party. I couldn't send it to the party. I can't send it to the party no more. I'm looking for you. Y'all got an everything.
I sent.
Him already.
You should send it through the party. How you do that?
Look, go click on, fill together. Oh, my man. Man, get the fuck over. And you just gotta win.
Nah, man, it's saying you never accept the friend request.
My bad. Hold up. Hold up. Tell them boys that man, see you out. There you go. There you go. I done accepted you now. There you go, my boy.
All right, now I'm about to punch down on something. Man or child. Man, I know for. Man, send an invite, man. I still don't see your shit, bro. Yeah, that don't see. Yeah, I'm joining now. Cause I don't fucking see your name.
Oh shit! Where that? I want to make sure the mother put over on fucking practice line.
Well, this is how you shut him down. A tremendous contest against a very skilled.
Lock up my roster. They gonna touch my shit. Right. I got him with a bow. Oh, it's still up.
Where you at? You send the invite and get ghost? What's going on?
I let you slide, motherfucker. I was on it. Oh, we on two. Boy, you told me that shit. I took that and let you slide. You're a good man.
Bring your ass on, nigga. We ain't got all day. Nigga ducking and hiding and shit.
I knew. Somebody always signed that fucking boy. Nigga going, Delta, Titan, fire, and oh, Lord. You know what up, boy? Let me get a little pleasure,
Oh, hey, yeah. All right. Now who the fuck you want to get?
Before you, hey, Isaiah Rodgers in that, bro. Who is that? Did you call that? Yeah, 5'10" nigga, not a 2 speed. Where he at? He ain't cornerback. Hurry up. You under Justin Hardy Sr. I don't see him. I'm a sign him. Yeah, sign it for me, man. That big rookie? Is he a rookie? I'm about to go see. Oh, 1 year. I just signed him. I'm about to see.
So, what I told you, they're going to give you, a debrief is how it works. Easier for
I took one of them bullshit ass corners and I missed it. I was gonna take a pic. I'm gonna take a second. No, I'm getting my motherfucking pic. What, you 7 round? The pic shot. Pic dogs. Man, I'm 7. 5 to the 7 inches.
That's 7 rounds.
I don't want. I don't want no pills because I'm gonna have to cut. I'm gonna have to cut niggas. I ain't up there. I'm not cutting nobody. I could release them, but you ain't going for you on the way yet.
Right, leave a nigga on pop it up.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL has us at the Mercedes-Benz Superdome in downtown New Orleans. The setting in this dome just serves to amplify the excitement of the folks in New Orleans as their Saints burst from the tunnel a moment ago. They're set, and we're set as well as the Saints get ready to do battle with the San Francisco 49ers. The kicker for the Saints, Will Lutz, has it teed up, and here we go from New Orleans. It's a short kick, taking it to 15. Then he breaks it all the way out to the 38-yard line. And now the Saints are going to take a timeout on defense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. They'll run for the first time with Tevin Coleman. Calling no gain on the game's first play. And it's 2nd down now.
He has elite instincts from his linebacker spot. He's able to diagnose the run and flies in like a missile to stop that one behind the line of scrimmage.
Big clean. That could be for the Seahawks.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10.
I got you. Check. Lucky. Hey, get that.
On 2nd down, it's Coleman. And he'll muscle his way up to the 43 for a pickup of right around 5.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on run downs. It confuses the blocking assignments and doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the 2nd level.
Gun. Check my 47. You don't want none, baby. You don't want none. 11.
Throwing now is Garoppolo. The Sanders has got it complete. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. They get only 4 that time as that leads us to a 4th down.
Hey, let's go. Defense wins championship, baby. 47's the mic. 47's the mic. 12, fellas, here we go. You ain't doing nothing today. 47's the mic. 47's the mic.
They do go for it. It's Garoppolo. Got him in. He finds Sanders. Touchdown, 49ers. Emmanuel Sanders, 53 yards, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. A gutsy call, 4th and short. They go for it. Look at the result.
Yeah, not only did they go for it, they threw for it. Because to me, it was stacked up for a run situation. Strength on strength, and they decided to put the ball in the air. And what a result. Big-time play.
Let's go.
At their own 25-yard line.
Let's go now. 90, Wolf. 54, right, 50. Look at me. Score. Hit it.
And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on first down. Now this time he'll look to throw. He's got his all-pro receiver, Michael Thomas.
One thing we do know, he's going to get his catches. So as they move forward defensively, got to continue to focus on not giving up the big play when he does catch the ball in the secondary.
You draw Corker.
Check it back, check it back.
Hey, Alpha. Big grip.
Hill looks to throw. And a big loss here as he's taken down. D. Ford drops him for a loss of 12, and it also brings up 4th down. And boy, down a touchdown already, but they're going to line up to go for it on their side of the field.
21. Hey, easy. 5.
Hey, let's go. Man, I got you. Whip.
And that'll be accepted, of course, and that moves him back 5. Oh, a big decision here early. Look at this. They're going to go for it on their own side of the field.
11. Hey, my 7.
I'm coming out to you.
They do go for it. It's Breeze. Escaping the pressure right. He's got a man. Complete. 20. 10. Touchdown. New Orleans. Traquan Smith. 87 yards as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. That certainly went against the traditional ways of playing football, but who cares? Look at the result. Big touchdown.
They went for it on their own side of the 50. So there's conservative, there's aggressive, and there's really aggressive, which is what we just saw there. Tip of the cap to them.
This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line.
Here we go.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway, and they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive.
Oh, you saw that one coming. It's intercepted, thrown back across his body. Picked off by Von Bell.
Oh, timing is everything on a route like this. He tried to drive that football into a tight spot. And if you're a little early or a little late, chances are there's going to be someone there. And sure enough, this one's going the other way.
11. Hey, Delta.
Check 13. Check 13. Check.
So after the INT, it's Breeze. Flushed out right. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far. It's 2nd down. Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 35.
Easy. Sammy. Sammy. Hey, Zoo.
Now Breeze. Looking again for Thomas, this time complete. And he gets us to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. 22 yards there, a 1st down. Breeze now already over 100 yards passing in just this first quarter. It's 1st and 10.
54.
Hey, easy.
54, Mike. Watch the pass. Here we go.
From the gun, it's Breeze. And this one complete to Smith. And to the 36-yard line, taken down there after getting 8 yards. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. After one, a 1-point game, 7-6.
With the score, Niners 7, Saints 6.
Let's go. 50, plant. 54. Hey, watch the slant. Let's go.
And now he'll tuck it and run. And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
Partner, I know we're in the era of the mobile quarterback, but there's still an element of surprise when that position keeps the football. And what a nice gain on that play.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
Down to lose one. 0-2, 0-2. Here we go. 3 buzz. Watch the twist. Watch the twist. Watch out. Here we go, 21.
Now this time, Breeze will throw. Flush to his right. Gets this to a standout receiver, Thomas. The Saints passing game in sync and moving the football. It's a first down.
Sometimes it's designed, and sometimes you just have to know when to leave the pocket and move and make something happen. And on that play, he was able to get on the run and was still accurate throwing the football.
Ready. Yellow lady. Right there. 56. Hey, me and you all day. Come in. You. I'm coming after you. Hey, wahoo. Hey, easy. Hey, tight. 56, the muck, boys. 56. Check 56. Hey, tight.
Breeze now on first down. And a big loss here as he's taken down. D. Ford picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
It's interesting, partner, that most defenses try and guard the 35-yard line actively because they think the way kickers are nowadays, about a 52-yard field goal, they're kind of giving up points. But you get even deeper into territory, you get into the red zone, they're going to guard it even more, which means more pressure, more blitzing.
Kill.
To try again after the sack. Breeze. This is caught by Gill. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. It'll be a pickup of 15 as that'll lead to 3rd down. 7th play of the drive, forthcoming on 3rd and 8.
Check back. 5-1. 6. Mike, 56, right there.
Shotgun now for Breeze. Again has it complete. And he will not be able to get the first as he can get this only down to the 5. Just a 5-yard pickup, and it leads to 4th down. On 4th down, off goes Drew Brees, and on comes the Saints kicker, Will Lutz, for the field goal attempt. From the left hash, a chip shot here. And he missed it. It's no good. And this score will stay right where it is. And that one, my goodness, that was almost too easy.
Yeah, and you're not going to have too many attempts shorter than that one. I don't think anyone got a finger on it. That's about as bad a miss as you can have.
Boy, you lie, boy. I ain't quit bullshit.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. A tale of two extremes already in this game. A touchdown pass on their opening drive, followed by an interception last time out.
Now, it sounds like things balance out, right? What's that mythological
thing I ain't left no part in this.
Have a candy bar, have a diet soda with it, and balances it out. And we know that's not really true, right? Because the interception, that sting lingers a little bit longer. Got to come out now and put together some nice plays.
A reminder that when halftime rolls around, Jonathan Coachman will have all the highlights and analysis of this first half of play from our studios in Orlando. On 2nd down now, it's Coleman, and he'll take this one up close to the 25-yard line. Just a couple on the pickup there, and now it's 3rd down.
Brandon, we talk all the time about those hybrid players, guys who can do more than one thing, and I think if you're playing strong safety in the NFL today, you are a true hybrid. Part linebacker, part cover guy.
And coming up, sticking his nose in the mess there and making a nice play defensively.
1 Omaha. 47 is the mic. 47 is the mic.
Garoppolo looks to throw, fires right side, and that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down. And no move to get the offense off the field. They're going on 4th and 5.
I got you. Watch your slant. Watch your slant. 24 is the mic. Wild field. 21. Here we go. Hey, orbit.
Here we go on 4th down with Garoppolo. Well, that's complete to Sanders. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the first down.
Here we go. Touchdown, defense.
Garoppolo on first down. On the screen, this is Coleman. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. Now we'll get a quick timeout called by New Orleans, number 2. As they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. So they had the big loss on that first down pass play and facing a 2nd and long. Looking to throw. Garoppolo. It's caught by Sanders. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. Touchdown, 49ers. Emmanuel Sanders with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Niners are able to stretch their lead. Gold able to tack on the extra point. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
Well, the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. Now a second timeout called for by the defense as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half.
Check. Watch twist. Good. Like 4, ready. 36.
On 3rd and long, it's Breeze. Eluding the pressure right. Open man is Michael Thomas. A good pickup there at 22. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
First and 10 at the 37-yard line.
Level. Go.
To throw, it's Breeze. He's going to loft one deep left side here. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. It's the former Seahawk, Richard Sherman. He was trying to hit Thomas that time. That late in the clock, second quarter, why not just run it a time or two and get it into the locker room?